I will say I will not I don't have that long experience. Everything happened in 2019, 2018. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am Razanawati. You can call me Zana. So let's look where I started my journey as a jury. Okay, because my colleague asked, Kak Zana, you have to share. You have to share your experience. I like, alah, tak ada apa ni. It's nothing. You need to share. So I guess, okay, here I go. It started with being a chairperson panel of judges where I handle a group of judges. So it's very interesting to see them to go about, and I really respect their job as being one of expert in their field. And then 2018, okay, they selected me again. They appointed me again, reappoint as a chairperson. But as I said again, I was like, this is a sign. So when COVID-19 hit and everything changed, okay, from physical to online, and I had no idea how to join as a participant. So I found out one competition was quite expensive. Okay, it was like thousands of ringgit. So 2019, and you have nobody, you're not going, you are not at work. Okay, you're doing remote teaching, no friends to talk about. So what can I do instead of being a participant? Let's try being a jury here. So yeah, when they shift everything, then I start. Well, it's a interesting journey though. All right. So today, okay, my talk, okay, I will cover a few points here. We'll talk about the introduction. Let's understand the IID competition itself, okay. Then how do you market yourself, okay. Then you need to learn the rubrics, and then on the day itself, okay, on the judging day, physical and online. And one more thing, the hybrid judging style. There's a hybrid, okay, and summary. All right. So everybody knows that we as UiTM staff, okay, academicians, we are highly encouraged to join IID. Okay, we know that it is an exhibition, okay, where we love to share, exchange, promote positive invention, innovation, design, and it is also a platform where they encourage innovation activities, walk of life. So I love going to IID because I love looking at people's work. Okay, it's hard work, where how they develop from beginning to the end, and I will end up going to people's booth asking, how did you do it? How do you play it? So dia jadi macam kepoci sikit kan. But those ideas give me ideas to develop my own. All right. But by the end of it, okay, the reward here is where you get the recognition. So my first outing to IIDEX, okay, inshallah, I managed to get bronze. That was 2010. And then later on, okay, I decided to hold on. And the second one's gold, and it was gold non-stop. So it's such amazing. All right, let's start. Let's understand the competition itself, the invention. Okay, three categories: invention, innovation, and design. Invention is to come up with the product itself, a device, okay, from zero to something, a product, a tangible or software, etc. Innovation, this is my favorite, okay. You see something and you try to enhance, okay, so you make it better. So whenever people ask, which is your cup of tea, I will say yes, definitely innovation. And design is usually creating a plan, drawings, okay, make sure it is functional. So once you understand, and Dr. Intan, okay, I went to a course, Dr. Intan highlighted, in okay, in this competition, IID, they look at three major things, okay. Make sure the product improve productivity, reduce cost, and improve quality. So with that in mind, PCQ, okay, PCQ. So you go there, okay, PCQ. Do they have this? Okay, improve productivity. P stands for productivity, cost, and quality. Okay, so it takes, okay, it takes brains, it takes creative people, it takes a team to come out with a product that able to achieve this. Alright. Oh, masa rasa macam nak mandi tepi laut pula ya. Alright, so so nowadays it's easy, right? If you look at your emails, okay, they, you know, organizer will invite you as jury, okay. But this, I'm going to share this a few experience that is something it's quite different. So number one is you need to market yourself, okay. Memang tak syok macam masuk bakul, angkat bakul sendiri kan. But you know, macam you know, the perumpamaan masuk lift tekan loceng sendiri. Syok sendiri pula kan. But when a friend, okay, I have to acknowledge this friend, a colleague, Dr. Latif. Dia kata, Puan Zana nak kerja. Bila kerja, isi borang tak? Saya kata, nak datang UiTM Kedah, isi borang tak? Isi. Kalau tak isi borang, tak dapat kerja kan? So I was like, ya tak ya. So same goes to being a jury here. So you need to prepare yourself, okay? The first thing that you can do is to prepare your CV. Dah lama tak buat CV kan, but again, alright, this is professional CV, alright, curriculum vitae. So you need to highlight your contact number, your email, achievements, okay, and usually organizer will look at your competition that you have joined, and also awards. That's a bonus. All right. Some organizer, they look at title. Okay. So apparently, if you have PhD, all right, you are good to go. They look at your projects, your experience in your field. All right. And definitely you look at the competition itself, make sure your expertise, if you are in account, you're in business school, in your art and design, okay, then you look for competition that is related to your expertise, okay. And sometimes you can look at team and its sub-teams, which is related to your interest. Why not go ahead? So what I did was I emailed, okay, share your CV and wait for them to approve, okay. And sometimes, okay, it doesn't hurt you to follow up, okay. Tanya, am I part of the team, am I near? Okay, sometimes they put you in the waiting list. Pernah jadi waiting list, meaning if you know towards the end one of the jury couldn't make it, okay, tak boleh hadir, so they will invite you. Alright. So the first thing is to market yourself. To build a good CV takes time. Okay, so slowly, okay, gather your papers, your research, okay, your projects, okay, put it on the paper. All right. So far so good. Nini, Madam Moderator, do you have questions?
Okay, I think so far everything is also okay. No questions yet.
Okay. Okay. Let me know because I'm looking at staring at the camera.
Okay.
I remember my other friend, Dr. Azhari, he mentioned that it's important for you to, in your CV, to highlight that you have an experience, even though it's one competition. Just highlight it, put it in the there's a heading, say you are in jury internal, okay, in your campus, or as a student examiner, meaning you have started somewhere, right? Okay, so moving on. Okay, moving on. Understanding. Let's learn the rubrics. Okay, different competition have different scoring sheet, okay, or rubrics. Okay, SIGG, they have plenty, they have criterias, okay, because it's about gaming. ITEX have very detailed rubrics, and I'm sorry I couldn't reveal these rubrics, but I can share some general information. And you need to understand how this rubric and the competition and their team and the product goes hand in hand. All right. So the normal rubrics, okay, is novelty. This is like favorite. This is wajibun kan. Memang kena ada. So if you are in your field, okay, you know what is new, what is current, what is viral, and what is something that is cliche. So your job is to know, to show whether the project has creative thinking. Okay, creative thinking. Ada atau tidak ada. Alright. Does it stand from the crowd? Alright. Sometimes, okay, now the current, current product is apps. Okay, apps. But how do you make sure that your apps, okay, their apps different from the rest? Is your idea unique and original? Okay. Their ideas. Okay. Whether it is similar to the market. Okay. And then perhaps their product, okay, or their innovation is an alternative to solution. Okay, sometimes we have products in the market which is expensive, so maybe yours cheaper. So how do you make it happen? Okay, so novelty stands out. And number two, okay, you look at the usefulness. Okay, whether the product solve any problem. Okay, any particular problem, not necessarily solving the world greatest problem in the but in the classroom, in the teaching part. Okay, so my field is more on education, English, okay, especially English language. So how do you make sure our reluctant learners learn? All right, do you think it's effective? All right. Does the team address the new goals? Okay, they come up with something, it evolve, right? Berguna atau tidak berguna. Alright. Development. Okay. So when we talk about development, okay, what and how the team approach when it comes to developing the product. Okay. Whether they have a traditional, or do you use coding? Okay, so that is another interesting story to hear, right, on the product development. So my product development is usually tangible, where my friend will say, madam, okay, or Kazana, you need to digitalize the whole thing. So when it comes to digital, so this is where you look for people to help you out. All right, cost efficiency. All right, so we have like certain projects. Okay, certain projects, they have sponsors. Okay, that's okay. Okay, they have thousands projects. Okay, I remember one school. Okay, they had a contractor sponsoring to build COVID-19 special hand wash pit stop. Well, I mean, they have the money, but if you have the grant, that's good. But if you don't, okay, how do you go about? Okay, so usually it's from your pocket, right? Has the team taught you who might buy or who pay for the device? Okay, so perhaps you start with the prototype. So if they have started with the prototype, okay, how do they go about? Okay, is there evidence of a business plan? How the system, device or system would brought to the market? Okay, perhaps then later on when they have built it, how they sell it? Okay, how do they commercialize it? Right. Okay, next, moving on. Okay, originality of ideas. Okay, originality. How do you go about? So the one thing that we need to keep in mind is usually we have to read. Okay, need plenty of reading. Get in touch with what is current. So that is how you find out whether the project, okay, it's original or not original. Or sometimes the best way is to find out by having they have the IP, right? Intellectual property. They have that acknowledgement. So does the idea or project show some creative thinking? Okay. Originality, similar to novelty actually. So, and then you look at the quality. All right. Sometimes I remember some products, okay, the research, the presentation, the product, it's below average. Okay. uh, I mean, for example, they wanted to come out with uh, a product to save baby from suffocation daripada lemas, but and then they want to sell that particular product. So I mean, basically to have dolls, in terms of hygiene, those are the things that I look into. I mean, buttons, okay, anything. So that's why people go for apps, right? Where the things are clean. All right. So quality means, okay, if it's online, then we talk about audio, okay, the audio, the visual, all clear, pronunciation clear, you feel connected, you feel engaged when you listen to the presentation. All right. And then usually some online presentation, you fail to see the product. They don't have the product, but they just have a piece of paper. So you just want to see, okay, you just want people to see, judges, they want to see what you have built. All right. That is also important. Clarity. Okay, clarity of ideas. All right, meaning clear ke tak clear. Okay, the project, you can see the project from top to bottom. Okay, the purpose of the project, okay, or the product, it's well served to the problem. Okay, and when they demonstrate the product, okay, you can understand. Okay, and there are some products where they have different objective. Okay, different objective, but by the end of it, it doesn't solve the problem. So you lose marks on clarity. Okay, clarity. Okay, potential. Commercialization potential. Okay, so usually in IID, okay, competition, they will ask you what is, I remember the first experience, what is your business plan? And I didn't have the answer to that question. The jury asked me that. Since then, I love asking that question to my, to all those participants. Well, we sometimes we just develop the project and we have no idea of selling it. Okay, we don't know how to go about. But basically, okay, when you know your clients. Okay, so in my case, my clients are mostly is either students, okay, or teachers, okay, colleagues of mine. Then you're okay, you're good to go. All right. So if you develop a program, you develop what do you call, a system. Okay, know the people that are waiting for you, dying to have your product. Okay, and then another thing is sometimes, okay, believe it or not, when you, I know, if they develop the product, there's a potential for a mass market. Boleh jadi jutawan. Boleh berhenti kerja, kan? And, you know, sell the products. Then you start opening your own company. In my case, no, I cannot sell my products yet. Everything is under the table. Okay, all right. What steps do you take to understand people's need? In my case, usually I understand my students' needs. Okay, what do they need? They have problems in learning listening skills. They have problem in speaking skills. They have problem in writing skills. They have challenges in reading skills. So I go around that, okay, because you know, just to help out, because different student, different era have different challenges. Okay, all right. So if you cannot do that, okay, sometimes you can find alternative, okay, and learn from your colleagues. And usually, if you talk about business market, usually you start off with your colleagues, okay, your colleagues, your peers, okay? Especially, and of course, your close friends. All right. beli produk aku, tak beli tak mau kawan. Okay. All right. Okay, next, international collaboration. If you see a product with international collaboration, it's definitely sparkling. All right. It's like, wow, macam mana dia buat ni? Hebatnya. Okay. So if that particular product has a team from another country, you just want to find out how they manage the collaboration. Okay, collaboration ni, it doesn't matter. International doesn't mean that it has to be from UK. Sometimes Indonesia, Asian countries solving the same problem. Okay, all right. Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, Asian countries where we come from the same, what you call, climate. Then we understand how, you know, challenges when it comes to learning English. All right. So how did it shape your thinking? Okay, you see, you look at the team and what are the things that they gain from that collaboration. Okay, and what are the problems to overcome when you know, working with international collaboration. Okay, so during COVID, okay, networking, okay, comes, I would say, easy, okay, but you know, through the internet, okay, it's easy to look for them. Okay, with the digital era, it's easy to find international collaboration. Nowadays, okay, in UiTM we have this international collaboration, what do you call that, creative, what is that, center of collaboration, teaching collaboration, where we exchange, okay, exchange ideas, exchange what do you call, knowledge with our students. That is interesting as well. And perhaps, you know, what can you do to work with them? All right, international collaboration, that is an extra point if you see that. Okay, if they have collaboration with industry, that is even better. All right, trying to solve problems in the industry. All right, Madam Moderator, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Continue, Gazana. You're doing great.
Okay, so I'm like, oh, 35 minutes baru, but I am finishing already. Okay, next, use of industry expert. Yes, as I was saying just now, we were talking about international collaboration. So sometimes you can have experts, okay? So one particular product, okay, the student develop, they work with from the hospital, okay? It so happen the students are student nurses. So they work with the hospital, they work with the occupational therapy to develop that. That is good. All right. So we can see that, okay, when we evaluate that, okay, perhaps you can ask them, okay, is there you know, how do you go about, etc., etc. Okay. Then who did you contact? Who did they contact? Okay. Or what are the advice to improve? Sometimes the industry, they don't want to be part of the project, they just advise. So in terms of special, what do you call, advice, okay, might help that particular product. All right. I remember develop a product, okay, where I have no idea. Basically, it's just a bunch of toys for my son, who is so happen to be autistic. So when I show to the kindergarten teachers, they, according to her, this particular tool is very helpful, not only to special needs students. Eventually, she said, this is good for preschool. I was like, oh, yeah, ke? So her advice, okay, convinced me that, okay, there's market for that, okay. And she gave ideas, what are the things that can be included into that product. All right. So by the end of it, okay, you have a relationship with the, you know, professional relationship with the expert. All right. Next, moving on is skill and thoroughness. Okay, how well is the project and the idea being executed? Okay, how much effort has been made to develop the idea? Sometimes we have someone who develop in 1 week. 1 minggu siap. Okay, then you know, then you ask, okay, some projects they develop months, years, okay. So when you see that, okay, being done, you appreciate the hard work that they involve, okay, that they experience, right? Any technical quality, okay, anything that involve with technology, okay, that is also a special skills, all right? So yeah, moving on. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. During physical judging, you can see this. Okay, physical judging. But online, okay, online, some participants they forgot to include this particular thing. Practicality, doable. Okay, you need to show, you need to demonstrate that your product works. Okay, I mean, you know, usually participants, they are trying to catch the deadline, okay, and they forgot to how to demonstrate. Usually, and then another one is the empirical data to support that the product works. Okay, you have people, okay, you have people use your particular product. Okay, now if it's conceptual, okay, you might want to tell that later on how you're going to run, okay, to run the pilot of your product. All right, practical, okay, whether the product is practical, okay, and try to understand what are the issues that prevent the innovation for being developed into prototype. All right, so doable. So when I witnessed a product where it's a very interesting apps, okay, to teach about strategy, okay, among kids. But what was lacking there is how did he or she or the user use that particular apps. Okay, so what I saw for like 5 minutes, okay, less than 5 minutes, was, you know, that particular cartoon jumping up and down, and it's like, this product has potential, but fail to show to the judges, to convince the judges that you need, you know, there are, you know, certain steps that we need to see. Okay, we need to see. Kan, itulah, those are the things. Okay, experience. Okay, moving on to experience. What did the team learn from that particular experience? It's the learning experience. So when you do physical judging, Okay, when you do physical judging, I love to meet everybody in the team so that I can see, okay, I can see that they work together and you don't want to see any free rider. Okay, so I love asking that. How do you help each other? How do you when you talk to school kids, they have that, okay, that dynamics, okay, and then make sure that they have, from zero, from not knowing they learn something. That is the beauty of innovation competition. Then you look whether the participants learned about any specific area on science, technology, engineering, maths. Okay, have the product inspired, or you as the jury, whether you have inspired by that particular product. So I was inspired by a diaper. I remember in IIDEX, this particular school came out with diapers, Pampers, and all those, you see silicones gel, they turn it into fertilizer. Amazing. Pandai budak-budak tu. Okay. So just imagine all those waste dekat dumpster tu kan, they change it into fertilizer. Okay, there's a process to it. It's a very it's interesting process, and we end up having field of tomatoes and onions, apples, kan, baja. Alright. Okay, so judging day, physical or online, okay, and I just learned last semester, okay, hybrid. Dia ada hybrid punya judging. As a judge, it was quite nerve-wracking. Okay, ketak lah, takut juga. Hybrid. We have participants from Korea, we have participants from Singapore live. Okay, so the time was, a little bit awkward for them, but they turned out. Line was connection was another problem. Itulah hybrid. So if you ask me hybrid, if I want to judge hybrid again, tak say. Okay, physical. My experience physical when I was in Dewan Perdana dekat UiTM Kedah, sekali ramai beribu. Alright, just bear in mind, okay, it has to be formal attire. You need to have name tags. Tak payahlah, no, I mean, if you have that, blazer coat, go ahead. But or else, okay, they don't know how to differentiate whether you are a judge or you need to have your lanyard or button badge, etc., to know that you're emotional. Okay, you have to clear your mind. Okay, no judgment. You have to be ready. You have to be steady. All right. Stationery. Kalau on physical, I love pencil. I cannot use pen. Nak tukar kan? Sikit-sikit tukar. Clipboard, it is a must because you need to write out. Tapi nowadays people are using handphones kan, semua. Calculator, contact number, you need to know the contact number just in case you need to ask questions regarding, sometimes the product or the participant did not turn up. Okay, so you need to locate. Ada di mana? Okay, ada di mana ni? Alright, and the most important thing is time. When we talk about physical judging, time, kena jaga masa, because we have the tendency to have sometimes 10 products or 5 products. We spend more time on the first product. Seronok nak tanya, and then towards the end, alamak, masa nak habis dah 2 jam, dah cukup. Okay, so you are in charge of please monitor your time. So if you have 5 products, okay, maybe 30 minutes for each. Okay, it depends on the duration of the time. Make sure you attend the briefing. Okay, briefing. Then you will understand the organizers' expectation, needs. Okay, apa yang mereka perlu. Okay, and then make sure you know where to submit. Okay. Sometimes we have judges who end up lost. Okay, hilang. Okay, di lautan manusia. Then we have committee members, we have runners to locate them. Cari, ada kat mana judge ni? Okay, misplaced. Missing judge. Okay, and then itulah. Okay, if you couldn't make it physical, please inform the organizer. Okay, ni physical wise. But nowadays, okay, they have moved everything to online. Okay, online. Online. Online judging, okay, the first round when we had ni, it was still a learning curve. Okay, they gave us like 8 hours to finish the whole thing. That was like stressful. Okay, and then later on, okay, some organizer decided to they decided to give 7 days. When you have 7 days, ample time to judge, then you can okay, boleh tarik nafas lega. Alright. Number one, okay, we need to understand the platform, okay, understand the system, because different organizer, okay, have different platforms, okay. They, ITEX use their own platform. It was developed due to COVID-19. Okay, it is stable, very user friendly. Okay, and then another organizer started using Google Classroom. Again, I think most of you are familiar with so understand their platforms, understand the needs, rubrics, different. Okay, then lock, okay, the deadline. Okay, they have deadline. Sometimes you miss. Okay, you forget the deadline. Oh, alamak. I remember getting an email in the morning, and it so happened the deadline is at 4 o'clock. Okay, it happened before. So I had to drop everything and focus on that. So Alhamdulillah, there's only 4 products, tak apa. Okay, tak adalah hectic sangat. Number of products. Okay, number of products is depends on the organizer. How many products. I have the most, one session was 17 product, paling banyak 17 product, but they give us a week to do it. So it's okay, boleh. Study their scoring guide, okay. There are templates. Okay, if you don't understand the links, the logins, the password, and then sometimes you misplace the password, which happened to me. The hilang password, this is important where you call the organizer. Itulah dia. Check the score, double check the scores. Okay, sometimes you miscalculate. Okay, terlepas pandang. Okay, and then scores. Okay, and the registration number, they are the same. Okay, and then next is the videos and posters. Okay, all right. So make sure, sometimes they have video, they send videos and posters. Okay, these extra or supporting materials help you for the online judging. All right, online judging. Okay. All right, Madam Moderator, are we okay here?
Yes, we are, Kak Zana. So I'm checking Facebook and also YouTube so far. There's no question yet.
Okay,
so
all right.
We just continue.
All right. So here are the do's and don'ts. Okay, we actually are finishing, kan? Kalau ada soalan tu baru boleh berhenti. Do's and don'ts. Okay, physical or hybrid. Okay, physical and hybrid. It's very important to, the first do is to introduce your name and your role. Okay, I have people who, judges just, suddenly appeared in front of the booth. Okay, and then you're wondering whether, who is this particular person. So introduce. Okay, introduce. I am Madam Nur Asni. I'm from UiTM Kedah. I'm going to be your judge. So ada proper tu, penting tu. If it's hybrid too as well. Okay, during hybrid you need to introduce. Alright. Do smile. Okay. Kalau tak senyum kan, participants pun takut. Kan? Smile. Do ask related questions. Monitor time. Do rewatch videos and revisit booth. Okay, sometimes you need to revisit to reconfirm your what do you call, your marks. All right, correct booth. Okay, the number of the booth, correct marks, correct form. Itu yang penting. Don't. Okay, this is what I learned. Okay, this is what I learned from one organizer. As judge, you are not supposed to give any suggestions. Okay, you're not supposed to give it. So I was like wondering why. So you are there to give marks, okay? Dia macam cukup lah, that's it. Okay, I know giving suggestion means then you start having, demotivate the participants. Okay, so don't give any suggestions. Okay, another organizer said don't compliment. So after judging, tak kira lah, okay, hybrid ke produk, jangan compliment, jangan puji. Wow, great job, fantastic, awesome, awesome. It's a no. I thought it was okay to do that, but apparently when you compliment, okay, when you compliment a product, you're putting, you're setting hopes. Okay, and then suddenly tak menang. Okay, so tak puas hati dia, kenapa tak menang? So, and don't condemn. Apa punya produk ni pun, no, you're not supposed to do that. And don't give any contact number. Kan nanti silap-silap bulan, different, that's another story. Alright. Okay, let's go back to the compliment. Compliment is, if you give compliments, you're giving fake expectation. Itulah. So when the organizer make it clear, then you learn from that. Okay, you learn from that. Okay. Alright, so to sum up, jury duty is an honor, it's not a burden. Okay, believe it or not, during COVID-19 is where I learned this. And yes, some organizer pay you as a jury. Yes. So 3 years in a row they pay you for your expertise and you feel honored to be there. And by, what do you call, sharing your expertise, it's actually you learn more. Okay, you learn from other people. The do's and the don'ts, or what is lacking, and that is how you learn to be more creative. All right, so here are some of my experience here. Okay, ITEX. Okay, I was one of the judges. Ramai, we have several UiTM lecturers in there. Unimed, okay, industry, ramai, okay, most of them for industry. And what I love about ITEX is they have, the themes, fashion, science, health, medical, cosmetic, interesting. But make sure you don't tick that when they ask, okay, what is your expertise or what would you like to judge? You have to tick honestly, or else they will give you, to Madam Zana, suddenly they give you on nanotechnology. Menangis nak judge. Okay, it will be unfair to the participant. Alright, so Alhamdulillah, 3 years in a row they invited me. Yeah, we have to sign disclosure documents, not to reveal. That's why I couldn't share some things with you. But I learned a very good, such a beautiful dynamics. UUM, okay, SIGG, also they have developed their system. Okay, I had a beautiful experience with that. 2 years in a row. Interesting. Their briefing very detailed. Memang kena fokus dengar. Okay. Siapa kenal ni? There you go. We have Madam Juju kat situ. Alright, so if you would like to try, okay, to experience as jury, okay, if you miss this opportunity, you can just try again because business opportunity are like buses. There's always another one coming. Alright. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Razanawati.
Ramai. Baru nampak.
I would like to inform everyone who's here. I have shared the attendance list in the chat box. Okay, so make sure you fill in your attendance for jam latihan. Okay, Madam
have a question.
Razanawati. Yeah, we actually have a question here. Okay, what if we are judging school product? Do the students require publication? If no, where should we park the marks for that portion to other elements?
I would say, hi Madam Yasmin. I said Dr. Yasmin. She used to be in Kedah before. I would say practicality. Practicality, novelty, and then, am I supposed to share this? Boleh ke tak boleh? Now that it's about climate kan? Boleh lah kan bagi sama-sama je. Climate change. Okay, how is it, in terms of green quality, green awards, okay? How does it save the environment? Itu boleh. There are certain product use, what do you call, not recycled products, items. Yang tu macam tak best lah kan? It's not, it doesn't save the planet. Publication, when you start putting publication as one of the benchmarks, sometimes it will kill somebody's innovation. Now, I give you an example. There's one product which is a paste that this particular lecturer, participant developed to fix cars. Sapu-sapu hilang. So by the end of it, they managed to get gold code. Amazing, special. I mean, to have a very good product and you have publication as one of the, what do you call, as the requirement, that is going to be, it depends on the what do you call, competition. If it is an academic competition, perhaps that is a must. All right, perhaps. So that then you have a what do you call, it becomes, I mean, some competition, they don't require publication at all. So you might want to highlight the, okay, creativity wise. Okay. Yeah, there's somebody was saying. So if we, the reason why we usually have publication is to see the depth of the research. Okay. You want to see the research methodology, then it becomes academic. Alright. Okay, banyak benda boleh tengok. Maybe you want to look at the course that they use, okay, how they put things together. Alright.
Okay, Madam Razanawati, based on your experience lah sebagai juri dalam IID competitions ni, ni soalan daripada saya sendirilah. Saya selalu ada masalah untuk come up with product lah. Because what I believe is kalau English ni agak susah sikit lah nak keluarkan physical product. Normally physical product tu akan jadi dalam bentuk game, macam contohlah macam Scrabble macam tu kan. Okay, so based on your experience, yang mana selalu ada potential untuk menang lah, physical product ataupun applications macam tu?
It depends on the competition and the theme or the tagline of the competition. If they're looking for digital, then you have to come out with something that is online, okay? Because COVID-19 boost online learning, etc. Games ke tak semestinya Asni. But sometimes you can come out with some supporting materials. Okay, supporting materials. So, for example, you reading. Okay, reading. Or I remember one. We were another one is listening. This particular team came out with the use of podcast, which is boleh. Okay, so they developed something using podcast. Tapi saya tak sempat nak but the end product of it, because she was talking about how podcast to promote storytelling. Okay, promote storytelling. Interesting, because kita mengajar part 1 kan, ELC 1 to 1. Kalau storytelling 1 to 1 ada kan? 1 to 1.
Lira ada
1 to 1. So we want stories that are relevant to our Malay kids. So I don't know how they work with that podcast. Tak semestinya supporting. And then perhaps in terms of your teaching, okay, your delivery pun boleh be part of your what do you call, innovation. Okay, assessment pun could be another need. Okay, so game is just what do you call, game is a plus, tapi remember, okay, when it comes to innovation, benda tu apa orang kata, that's why on the theme of my slides, ocean. It's an ocean of is an ocean of creativity. Okay, dia tak semestinya di atas permukaan, in fact di bawah tu pun ada macam-macam. Alright, so what do you have in mind, Madam Moderator?
I have a lot, tapi semuanya macam cita-cita saja. But currently I'm focusing on reading with fluency lah. Reading to enhance fluency, basically something like that lah.
Fluency lah. I am going to share a very interesting product, which is somebody's PhD. Okay, PhD. She got a goal for that. She developed a program where by using camera, she can identify buah harum manis. Buah harum manis tu manis, masak atau tak masak, which is way better than kita tengok timbang-timbang, tengok colour daripada our eyes. So she developed that, and it was amazing, where yang itu, I mean, that is a software, right? It's a program. Very interesting. Okay, very interesting.
Interesting.
So I was talking to her if it's possible to develop something, kalau like in the Google Meet kan, in the Google Meet we can run that face recognition, we can identify our students' mood on that day kan, sama ada they have anxiety ke, they have, tapi dia orang tak buka kamera kan. Itulah pasal. Alright. Okay, so it's 12.
Thank you very much, Madam Razanawati, for the answer just now. Allah,
Nur Aisyah.
Okay, yes.
Very good, very good. Teaching delivery. Very good.
So, anyone else with any question that you would like to ask Madam Razanawati?
So, I would encourage you to join. Tak kira lah menang ke tak, to build up your CV. Once you have that, your credential, you build, then you start, writing out. Okay, so perhaps we can go to Indonesia punya, IID competition. We can go, mana tahu, Japan. Okay, we go Japan to be one of the judges. Never know. If you go overseas, okay, other countries sometimes you need translator kan. Kena bawa Google Translator nak jadi. So, yeah, why not? If we, if we can fly higher kan. Alright, so tak ada soalan ni? Di YouTube?
Facebook. Sekejap no question. YouTube, also no question. So maybe anyone from our mid session do you have anything that you would like to ask? Okay. Kak Zana? Anything else? Any last words?
And last words, always check your emails. They always send invitation. They send invitation to be one jemputan menjadi juri. Please join, give, and it's interesting to see people's work because we learn, okay? We learn, especially what is trending, okay? What is new. Tu je lah nak share. All the best, good luck.
Okay.
So,
thank you very much. But before we end our session today, kita ambil gambar sekejap lah, boleh? Tapi macam everyone
malu-malu ya, Syah boleh lah.
Can you please turn on the camera?
Kita kena panggil bawah. Cik Anita.
Okay. Ustaz Khairul.
Kita kenal, kita panggil.
My best friend pun ada ni, Nurul Hicah from UiTM Pasir Gudang.
Mr. Khairul. So I hope you learn something. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, kita kena
nak buka kamera.
Kita kacau Dr. Khairul. Dr. Khairul mana?
Ustaz Khairul. Cepat Ustaz Khairul.
Ustazah ada, Ustazah Aisyah. So jangan lupa isi
true. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, satu senyum 1, 2. Okay, kalau dia nak buat gaya-gaya freestyle ke, peace ke, love ke. Okay, satu lagi freestyle Okay, alright. So we have come to the end of our session today. I would like to thank Madam Razanawati for her for sharing her knowledge and experience in being an IID jury, and also everyone who has joined us. Thank you very much. So let's end our session for today with Tasbih Kifara and Surah Al-Nas. Thank you very much, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day.